The Atlas infection blazed like a firestorm across the Western Hemisphere, consuming everyone and everything in its path. And I was the match those fucks had used to start it.
Oz?
I just couldn't remember any of it till now.
Shit! This place is coming apart! Take him down!
But you can't stop being what you truly are.
Come on! Go, go, go!
Even if it's a monster.
Ha! We were lucky. Lucky? Take a good look at us. Look, if we survive, chances are Oz did too. We gotta be sure.
So what happens if we find him?
I think we all know the answer to that one, though.
We picked up some close chatter. We think it's an Atlas black site. We start there.
Atlas had always posed as the savior of mankind, while constructing some of the most horrific and lethal weapons to exterminate it, all for cold, hard cash. The only difference being, this weapon came home.
Hello, this is Spartacus here, and I'm finally showing you guys the Exo Zombies gameplay in Advanced Warfare on the map Descent, the final Exo Zombies map we are going to be seeing for Advanced Warfare. And it's an interesting map, but before I kind of talk about the map, I just want to tell you how pissed off I am right now, because my what's it called, my editing software, Sony Vegas, is acting really freaking stupid. It's just like running slow for some reason. I've been having to restart. I even restarted my computer and reopened the Sony Vegas software, and it's just not cooperating with me. Right now it looks like it's fine, but once I start editing and cutting a bunch of gameplay and stuff like that, it's just gonna go slow, and hopefully this video will end up being okay, then better, because I can't make it better than I want to, obviously, if it's acting stupid. But anyway, let's just talk about the map. Hopefully you guys enjoy the gameplay. You guys are going to be seeing the new wonder weapon in this game called the Trident, and you guys are also going to be seeing me fighting the what's his name, Oz, in the arena area, as y'all probably know. And I do mean fight him. I'm actually not going to show you when I get to him at round 13, because in this gameplay I don't end up getting to him at round 13. But I did play a separate game where I actually went up against him the second time, and I'm not going to say any spoilers right now. If you guys don't want to be spoiled, then I recommend not watching that scene when it comes up. But yeah, let's just talk about the map. So the map, obviously it's going to take place after Carrier, where you're on a boat. And so that boat eventually sinks, as you saw in the cutscene at the beginning. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for that cutscene. That would really suck, and this video will get taken down probably. But so the boat sinks, and you actually end up at this Atlas underwater station, and you got kind of you're up at shore, but then when you buy either door, you have to fall down into the underwater station area. So yeah, that's pretty much how you get inside. It's very close quarters. The map is very close quarters. It's kind of a hard map, if I do say so myself. And it's of course, like playing zombies with your friends or with other people is a lot better than playing solo. But I mean, yeah, I mean, they actually have new weapons in the 3D printer or the mystery box, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna be calling it the mystery box once Black Ops 3 comes out, because I'm tired of calling it all this new stuff. But it's alright. I'm kind of glad they changed the name instead of like having the same name or something. So, but anyway, in 3D printer, you can actually get the blunderbuss, which of course is that one-shot shotgun. It's a very powerful shotgun though, but it takes forever to reload. And you can use it in multiplayer, and it's in zombies now, so you can play it on this map. And you can get the M1 irons, as you guys probably see on your screen right now. And if you don't, then too bad, because this editing thing I'm doing right now has kind of been weird. But you can also get, I don't know about the STG, I'm not sure about that. I've never got the STG in the box yet, and I don't know about the SVO as well. What other weapon? So the trident weapon. Later on in the gameplay, you guys will eventually see the trident weapon. And basically what it does is you can actually, if you have a pretty good trigger finger, it's like 5 bullets in each clip, I guess, I think is what it is. And if you actually have a good trigger finger, you could just spam the trigger and you have a bunch of bouncing balls that will like bounce all over the room, and like they would actually track the zombie. So if you shoot it, it'll bounce off the wall and track a zombie and hit it, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Yeah, there's that. That's kind of what it does, and I've never really upgraded it. I think I might have upgraded it once, maybe. Yeah. So I mean, frick, I have no idea what else to say here. But let's kind of talk like the storyline in the Exo Zombies. I don't know if I'm like not too interested in it because they are giving us information that's directly to us, where if you look at Treyarch Zombies, we actually have to figure out the storyline ourselves, which is kind of interesting. I feel like that's why I like Treyarch a little bit better. Actually, a lot better. I'm just going to say it right now. But what's another thing? So we have... So the map, it is pretty close quarters. I'm just going to say this right now. There are a lot of doors open. Like, I even till right now, from playing the map multiple times, I still get confused of where I have to go to like get a certain perk or to upgrade a weapon or something like that. And I didn't even know that you could get back to the starting area by these tubes that you go up in. Which I didn't know you could do that. And there's a teleporter right next to Exo Health you can actually take, which costs like 100 points to get to the starting area as well. And that's also another thing I want to mention. You can also get a Goliath suit in this map. The Goliath suit doesn't last forever. It eventually like slowly has like a really slow timer, so it'll eventually go away. But of course, as zombies hit you, it'll go by faster, I think. And it's really cool too. So I'm gonna kind of spoil this right now, but later on in the gameplay, when you see me fight the Oz for the first time of the second time, I guess you can say. I don't know. I was very surprised. I've never actually seen any gameplay of people fighting Oz the second time, but when I fought him the second time, I thought I was just gonna do the same thing where he's like setting off like different types of traps, and you have to kind of like destroy the turrets or make sure you're not getting electrocuted or jump up in the lasers, and you just survive off, right? And then you just shoot him in the glass windows, right? That's how you kind of defeat him in the first round. So you defeat it. You have to keep shooting him in the glass windows 4 times. And that round actually takes quite a while, though. And it sucks you don't earn any points by killing zombies as well. But once you do defeat him the first time, you get a whole bunch of different crates of the points, which is pretty nice. So you get a crap ton of points after you get done beating him. But the second time, hopefully I'm not spoiling anything for you guys, because if I am, then well, too bad, because I'm going to say it anyway. The second time you have to fight him, the 4 rooms are already like burned up. I mean, he can't control them in there. The second time you have to fight him, I didn't know this, he actually turns into a freaking giant zombie monster, and I'm just like, what? Are you kidding me? And I'm actually in a Goliath suit, which is kind of what I wanted to get into. Like, the second time I fought him, I went in my Goliath suit, and I got teleported over there. And I started punching him, and when I punch him, you actually get an achievement. That's kind of why I wanted to get in the Goliath suit. And so... And so I started shooting at him too, and I'm looking at his health bar, and it's not going down. I'm like, well, how the heck am I supposed to defeat him? I mean, I'm shooting him my Goliath, I'm punching him. How the heck am I supposed to defeat him? Am I supposed to shoot him like a weak spot or something? And then I realized that when I get hit, like once my Goliath suit went away, of course I was back on my own feet as a person again, and I realized that when he hits you, you get infected, and you have to turn on these 4 different generators around the room to activate the decontamination zone, so I could decontaminate myself and not die. And so I did that, but when I decontaminated myself, Oz was actually right next to me, and it kind of like made him stay still, and it weakened him. So when I started shooting him, his health bar eventually went away, and that's how you actually defeat Oz, which I didn't know that. Like, I figured that out by myself. I'm like, oh, this is how I'm supposed to defeat him. So I let him hit me, and I activate all the generators, and then I go right next to the decontamination zone, and then I can start shooting him, and then take away all his health and all that stuff. And when I more and more started doing it, of course, a bunch of zombies start coming out, and they're like attacking me, and I'm like, well, geez, this is like freaking hard. I'm like, I was hoping I would not die. I think I did get down, in the gameplay. I think I did get down by Oz, which is quite, yeah, I'm pretty sure I did get down by Oz, and gosh, that sucked, because if I died again, I would have failed. But another thing, which I didn't know either, that when I did beat Oz, I eventually got teleported back or something like that, and then I kept surviving off, but then I eventually died, and it was game over, right? But when the game ended, I actually got an ending cutscene, which you guys are actually going to see at the end of this video. So, without further ado, I'll probably just cut into the Oz gameplay right now. Or maybe I already cut into it earlier, because it is kind of a long type gameplay sort of thing. So yeah, but I mean, another thing is I kind of want to talk about, which I kind of mentioned in my other videos about the multiplayer maps in the Reckoning DLC, is that this is probably going to be my last DLC cover-up for Call of Duty. And the reason why I'm saying that is because for the past couple years, not couple years, past few years, Xbox has always been getting the DLC first, a month early before any other platform like the PlayStation and the PC. And considering that there are more player base on PlayStation now than there are on the Xbox One, the Activision, well, even though this was the last year that the contract was going to be up for Activision anyway, so they signed a new contract with Sony PlayStation, and now PlayStation's getting their DLC a month early before PC and Xbox now. And if you guys know me, I actually play on Xbox, not PlayStation, so this is technically going to be my last DLC cover-up for Call of Duty in a long while. Unless I get a PlayStation, of course, which, I mean, I technically have one in my household. It's just that I'm not going to use it. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting how they're switching over to PlayStation now. It just feels kind of weird, and it's also kind of sad for me, too, because I don't get to play the DLC early, so I get to watch gameplay of it on YouTube and all that stuff, but then I have to wait a month till I actually get the DLC and be like, man, like when a DLC actually does come out, I'll be like, man, I wish I could play that and do them, because normally I would always get it first, and I would be the one playing it first before PlayStation users, and I don't know, man, oh man, I'm kind of just disappointed that I can't get it, but oh well, I guess that's the way things are gonna be. But I guess another thing about this map, like, is this a map I actually enjoy? It's for me, it's a meh type of map. Like, I never really thought that this map was like amazing. I didn't think this was like, I honestly think they could have done better, I guess, to end their last zombies map for Advanced Warfare. But that's just me. I like, if you look at Treyarch Zombies or maybe Extinction, but let's just focus on Treyarch Zombies here. Like in World at War, this was actually a pretty big deal. Their last DLC Zombies map was Der Riese, and that's actually gonna be remade in Black Ops 3. In case you guys didn't know that, it's gonna be a bonus zombie map. And in that map, that was the first time Pack-a-Punch was ever introduced into Call of Duty Zombies, and that was a pretty big deal of a map, so that was like a really popular map. Then we look at Call of Duty Black Ops, their final DLC, and matter of fact, their final DLC map pack was all zombie maps. It had all the World at War zombie maps, and it had the new zombie map called Moon, where you're on the freaking moon with low gravity. Like, I think that was an absolute, like, just amazing thing they ended their DLC. Then you look at Black Ops 2, they did Origins, which they brought back the old characters, and it took place like in World War I or whatever. And Treyarch knows what they're doing when they come out with a new map pack. They try to make it better and better. This map, I don't like compare it to like other maps. I guess I don't think it's my favorite one. I don't think Descent was too much of an improvement in my opinion. No means was it a different map. I mean, it's a good thing it's a different map, so it's like a different experience, right? But I mean, I just really didn't think it was like an amazing map. It was very close quarters, and there wasn't like too much detail. You're like inside most of the time, but it's not a bad map. It's kind of an average map in my opinion, and something I would play. It's not a map I would like totally avoid and not recommend getting. But it can be a fun map. I mean, of course, I play solo a lot, so it kind of stinks for me playing solo. But I mean, this is just something that I don't know. I think it's an average map. Definitely not my favorite Exo Zombies map, but I think I should talk about my favorite Exo Zombie map. My Exo Zombie map may be, I don't know what my favorite Exo Zombie map might be. It might be Infection. Yeah, my favorite Exo Zombie map might be Infection, actually, because you actually have to go up against a Goliath zombie, which I thought was pretty difficult. But I don't know, maybe Infection might be my favorite Exo Zombie map in Advanced Warfare. And in no means was this whole DLC pack a bad one either. I think it was pretty average. Was it a good one to end off? I think they could have done a little bit better. Sledgehammer Games probably could have done a little bit better, but I think it was pretty good. I think it was alright. I mean, they could have done worse, right? They could have done worse, but they can definitely have done better. So it was definitely an average DLC map pack. So hopefully that I can actually edit here and show you guys the final gameplay of like me fighting what's his face Oz, and then basically after my commentary I'll just show you guys the ending cutscene, just to let you guys know, okay, so there's no spoilers or anything. So yeah, this is pretty much the end of the video, guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more Call of Duty content, especially Black Ops 3 beta. That is just right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, let's play some Black Ops 3 beta when it comes out. So yeah, hopefully you guys all enjoyed the video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating, and I'll catch you guys later.
So this is it. End of the line. It's better this way. I am what I am. And what I need to be is deleted from this world. Say goodbye to Big Bad Oz.
Wait. I'll do it.
Besides, there's only room for one monster in this world.
Atlas will pay for what they did to you, Oz.
And it had better watch its fucking ass. Lennox got promoted to Lieutenant Colonel for eradicating the source of the Atlas infection. He remains a total dick to this day. But I have to credit Lennox for pulling some strings and getting Decker admitted into Sentinel. Decker finally got his chance to be a proper soldier. He now fights on the front line against his former employer. Tired of the grime and the guns, Khan took up the fight against Atlas the best way he knew how, by suing them. The evidence he has amassed for his case is both substantial and damning. Of course, he had a little help from a former Atlas IT employee turned hacktivist. Atlas may stack the jury in their favor, but my bet is Lilith will serve her own brand of justice once she empties all their bank accounts. I still fucking hate the Atlas Corporation.